Hey everyone, Cinephile Mike is here, and we are creeping along with Season 4 of Award Season Reviews. 98 reviews in 98 days, counting down to the 98th Academy Awards. Quick reminder before we dive in, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a single day of Award Season Reviews, because they're coming faster than the kids in today's film. And our first theme week this season, top box office contenders. These are the films competing for the Golden Globes Cinematic and Box Office Achievement Award, as well as others. Today we are going in the horror direction, and I am talking about New Line Cinema and Warner Brothers Pictures' Weapons. Written and directed by Zach Cregger, Weapons was a box office surprise and one of the biggest earning original films of the year. Now, we open in the small town of Maybrook, Pennsylvania. We learned that 2 years ago, 17 children from the same third grade classroom mysteriously left their homes at exactly 2:17 in the morning, and they vanished without a trace. Only one child, Alex Lilly, played by Cary Christopher, remains behind. In the immediate fallout, suspicion spreads quickly, and the student's teacher, Justine Gandy, played by Julia Garner, is placed on leave as the town struggles to make sense of the unthinkable. As the town turns on her, Justine spirals. She retreats into alcohol and a relationship she knows will only make things worse with Paul, played by Alden Ehrenreich. Now, as the investigation stalls, grief and frustration take hold. Archer Graff, played by Josh Brolin, the father of one of the missing children, grows increasingly distrustful of the authorities and begins pursuing the answers on his own. At the same time, unsettling details involving Alex and his family begin to surface, drawing renewed attention to his home and raising concerns among those closest to the case. We see his house covered in paper, he never lets anyone inside, and yet he behaves, obviously a bit off, but he goes to school, he's just a little more reserved, and yet the one person who's there to support him is his Aunt Gladys, played by Amy Madigan. Through a series of interconnected events, multiple figures, including other parents, police officers, school officials, they all find themselves circling these same unanswered questions. And as the tensions mount and the different perspectives collide, the mystery surrounding the children's disappearance really goes deep, pulling the town of Maybrook toward revelations that it is definitely not prepared to face. And as the story unfolds in a nonlinear fashion, trusts are tested, individuals have their true natures shared, and not everybody may make it to the end. Much like he did with Barbarian, Zach Cregger shows once again that he is incredibly adept at subverting expectations and shocking an audience. Weapons plays like a warped fairy tale. It feels familiar at first, but the deeper you go, the more unsettling it becomes. The nonlinear structure is exactly the right way to tell this story, slowly reframing what we think we know and keeping us off balance. It's a very layered film, and I will say this up front, without spoiling, the ending may disappoint some viewers, but for others, it is going to be an absolute delight. The performances across the board are a major strength. Julia Garner gives a powerful performance that is equal parts heartbreaking and resolute. We're watching someone who is completely lost, yet still driven by this unshakable need to find answers. And honestly, as a teacher, there were moments when I just wanted to take Justine and shake her and steer her in a different direction. This is something I do with a lot of education films. When I watch teachers do things, I'm like, you can't do that. But this is a real credit to, how Garner makes this character feel incredibly real. Amy Madigan, not enough can be said. She's a revelation as Aunt Gladys, delivering something quite terrifying. And while I didn't touch on him in the plot summary, specifically, Benedict Wong, he really gets to dig into an interesting two-sided role as Justine's principal, Marcus, and friend. And I think you could tell that he probably had a lot of fun having an opportunity to do a role like this. From a technical standpoint, Weapons is doing a lot of smart, confident work. Cregger, alongside Hayes and Ryan Holiday, crafts a haunting score that never, lets you settle, keeping you tense in all the right ways. And cinematographer Larkin Sepel delivers some of the film's strongest elements, really evoking classic horror imagery while also turning this bright suburban setting into something deeply unsettling. It's the kind of craftsmanship that really lingers even after the credits roll. Now, let's talk about box office and awards. Now, upon its late summer release, it came out in August of 2025. There were low expectations, right? August, like January, February, September, those are the dumping months by the studios for the films that are not quite sure how they're going to go. But Weapons blew past those expectations. As of this recording and posting, the film made $151,550,044 domestically and $117,400,000 internationally for a worldwide take of $268,950,044. Critically, the film sits comfortably with a 93% tomato meter from about 386 critical reviews and an 85% popcorn meter from over 10,000 audience reviews. So not too shabby. The critics were a fan of this one. Now, award season-wise, in addition to the box office and cinematic achievement nod, Amy Madigan is nominated for Best Supporting Actress at the Globes. She won this category by the New York Film Critics Circle Awards and is nominated in this category for the Critics' Choice Awards. Additionally, at the Critics' Choice Awards, Weapons is nominated for Best Original Screenplay, Best Young Actor or Actress for Cary Christopher, and Best Hair and Makeup. Former Oscar nominee Trish Somerville is nominated for Excellence in Contemporary Film by the Costume Designers Guild, which also nominated her colleague Oksana Nedavnyaya for Excellence in Costume Illustration. As for its Oscar chances, I think Madigan has a good shot entering this conversation, having one of the 5 supporting actress nods, which, believe it or not, would make her the first supporting actress nominee coming from a horror film in over 2 decades, with the last one being Toni Collette for 1999's The Sixth Sense. We need to pay more attention to horror films here, people. I also truly believe that the score shouldn't be ignored for Cregger and the holidays, but it is shaping up to be a competitive year, so I don't know if it will stay in that vein. So, where do I land? Barbarian, hey, that was one of my favorite films of 2022, so I went into Weapons with very high expectations, and they were all met and in some cases exceeded. For me, Weapons, 5-star film. If you would like to watch or rewatch this terrifying flick, and I highly recommend you do so if you haven't seen it, as of this recording and posting, the film is available to you streaming on HBO Max. All right. Thank you all for joining me for episode 6 of Awards Season Reviews Season 4. We are just getting started. We're going to be doing this every day for the next 92 days, so stay tuned. Be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends, and drop your thoughts in the comments. You can follow me everywhere on social platforms, on Letterboxd, and of course, you got to head over to my website, cinephilemike.com, for even more reviews in movie goodness, film festivals, documentary, a lot of print reviews, interviews, so much good stuff there. All right, I'll be back tomorrow with the next review, and until then, this is Cinephile Mike saying take a break and watch something new.